That's why I'm not dressed.
We're now live on YouTube.
Yeah. It's all right, PM. We are glad that you're here. Your minister's in a sweatshirt today, so it's all good.
Thank you.
Oh, Andrea Cole. Yay.
She texted me and I gave her the lowdown how to get on. And
Awesome. It's good to see your face, Andrea.
Oops.
Bill and Jan are on. Marcia's on.
Yay. All right.
Yay.
So I'm going to ask everyone to go ahead and mute themselves,
Except for me.
except for Kat, who's going to begin our service by leading us in song.
Good morning. Good morning. It is so good to see everyone. I love being on Zoom and being able to see faces. And I also welcome anyone who has jumped onto YouTube Live. We are happy to have your energy here with us. Please, as you're muted, join in singing as much as you want as we claim and remember that I am light. I am light. I am light. Welcoming in the new year. I am light. Feel the power. I am light. Opening your mind and your heart. I am light. Breathe it in. I am light. I am not the things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. 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 I'm not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. I am light. I am light. Oh yeah. I am light. I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all light. All light, all light. I am all light. I am light. I am light. I am divinity defined. I am the God on the outside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light. I am light.
Take a deep breath in with me and breathe into that light that you are. Welcome to the first Sunday of 2021. Yay, we made it. Oh, today we are here to celebrate the light that we are by doing the 12 flames, the 12 power candle ceremony. It's about limitless possibilities. As described by our co-founder, Charles Fillmore, the 12 powers are the aspects of God, divine presence, or whatever you call that which created us. They are our birthright. We can come here fully equipped with them. As we light each candle this morning, may you feel that power ignited in your own heart. May you come to see how magnificent, glorious, and spirit-filled life is when you live each day as the bright and beautiful light that you are. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes as we open our service with prayer. O Holy One, the light that shines within, without, and through us. We open our hearts and our minds to receive this morning, to receive that which is already ours, to open our awareness, our consciousness to the truly magnificent beings that we are. We breathe in, making a commitment this day to not hide our candle under a bush, but instead to let it shine forth into the world. In this sacred, holy space, I invite you wherever you are and whenever you are to whisper aloud the names of those who are on your heart and on your mind this morning, so that we may enter them into this vibration of love and life. Lil, the Bales, Archer, the Esons, Bosco, the O's, DS, Kaya, Andy B, Chase and Sadie, DS, Natalie, Cheryl, Jody and Gary, Patrick and his company, Carol B, the Bonars, Robert and Gail, the McAfee family, the Collins family, Annabie, Judy, Ramona, Clinton, Penny and her family, Helen, Charles, We breathe in, knowing that this gift, these 12 powers that we are unwrapping this morning with childlike wonder, are the same 12 powers that each and every human has access to, and in fact is a part of all living things, because all things are a part of all that is. Breathing into this awareness, we give thanks and appreciation. And so it is, women, children, amen. And I believe that Michael is gonna play for us now.
There we go. Just something talking about the end of the old and starting with the new.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now Ruth will light the candle of faith for us.
Okay. My name is Ruth, and I am lighting this candle for the power of faith. So I'm going to read about faith from the 12 Powers by Charles Fillmore. Faith words should be expressed both silently and audibly. The power of the spoken word is but slightly understood because the law of the word is not rightly observed. The word is the creative idea in divine mind, which may be expressed by man when he has fulfilled the law of expression. All words are formative, but not all words are creative. The creative word lays hold of spirit substance and power. Physical science hints at this inner substance and energy in its description of the almost inconceivable power inherent in the universal ether. We are told that the manifest forces such as heat, light, and electricity are but faint manifestations of an omnipresent element, which is thousands of times greater than these weak expressions. If the spoken word can be mechanically intensified 100 million times, as through radio, how much greater would be its power when energized by spirit? It is not necessary that the one who touches the button of faith shall understand all the intricate machinery with which he makes contact. He knows, like one who turns the electric switch, that the light of power will spring forth. The faith center opens the mind of man to spiritual faith. Merely affirming the activity of this superpower will quicken it in consciousness. Jesus said, I speak not from myself, but the Father abiding in me doeth his works. So because there's such a strong push for us to speak as well, the creative word, I suggest that we use the affirmation that Jesus used. So I will say, and you guys may repeat, I speak not from myself. I speak not from myself.
Speak not for myself.
But the Father abiding in me doeth his works.
But the Father abiding in me doeth his work.
Thank you, Ruth.
Yeah.
I am lighting the candle of strength. As I thought about this power, I thought about 2020 and all that we have come through. The courage that each of us has shown in just muddling through. There have been times when I know many of us have wept, when we have been impatient, we've felt frustrated, isolated, and some of us were just ready for this year to be over. And yet, here we are. Here we are. It's a brand new year. And here we are together, still thriving, still upright, still breathing, still being the light that we were meant to be. Because of the power of innate strength and the purity of our perseverance, we have been carried through many difficulties this year. How many times have you silently witnessed someone's doubts and fears and gently whispered, "You are not alone. I am uplifting and strengthening you. When you fall, I will be there to hold you." I've seen this community come together in so many lovely and beautiful ways, from cards to phone calls to Zooming together. We have learned to uplift each other, to strengthen one another through this year and its challenges. The power of strength for ourselves and each other is the strength of body, mind, and spirit. Spiritual strength is inherent in each of us and developed through our spiritual practices. It is our guide through the chaos and ultimately to the remembrance that there is nowhere in our lives where the divine is not present, in the dark and in the light. The affirmation for the power of strength is every day in every way. The light of strength illumines my path, and I am strong and steadfast. I persevere. From Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through him who strengthens me.
Good morning. This is Jim and Marcia Wolpe, and we're going to light a candle for the power of wisdom. so they can see it. There you go. Wisdom is like an eternal lighthouse within us, faithfully guiding and always supporting us in spiritual understanding, which leads to taking right action. It is our ability to always turn within, to be still and listen. It is a natural ability cultivated by practices that quiet the mind and still the body, allowing us to see each life experience as a way to be more alive and live more abundantly with greater purpose and meaning. Ultimately, our greatest reward and gift from the power of wisdom is healing joy. Joy we willingly share with those who need it most. When we dive into the infinite ocean of wisdom, always and everywhere present, we begin to know more, see more, and be more of our divine nature as a gift for the world. We are that manifestation of the living God, moving with purpose, certainty, right seeing, and knowing. Imagine something in life that needs your attention and direction, and affirm, every day, in every way, the light of wisdom illuminates my path. In the quiet of my heart and body, I see and know what is mine to do. Then the Bible verse is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 21. And when you turn to the right, or when you turn to the left, your ears shall be hearing the word behind you, saying, this is the way, walk in it.
Thank you. And now Lois will sing to us about love. Lois, make sure that you unmute yourself because we would love to hear the song that you're singing.
I am in the heart of God, and in the heart of God I am. I am in the heart of God, and in the heart of God I am. I release the fear in this moment of time. Wrap me in grace and in love. The joy and wisdom that I find are all in the heart of God. I am in the heart of God. I follow the sound and the light. I hear a gentle voice and know an inner peace, all in the heart of God. I am in the heart of God, and in the heart of God I am. I am in the heart of God, and in the heart of God I am. I release the past in this moment of time. Wrap me in grace and in love. The joy and wisdom that I find are all in the heart of God. I release the fear and guide my way, all in the heart of God. I feel the courage and the strength filling my body, mind, and soul. I know a presence in my life, all in the divine flow. We are in the heart of God, and in the heart of God we are. We are in the heart of God, and in the heart of God we are. We are in the heart of God, and in the heart of God we are. We are in the heart of God. And I light the candle for love. The power of divine love doesn't discriminate. It simply is unconditional and loves for love's sake. It is one of the names we use for God because it allows us to see everything, every fault, lie, hurt, or mistake, and yet simultaneously see none of it. When we embody the power of loving, we realize we are one with all life, transforming every judgment, wound, or suffering we hold into harmony, peace, and wholeness. In harnessing the power of divine love, we also create space for others to share their own trials and tribulations, making a soft place for a loved one to fall when the world is circling out of control. As you pause and think about the world, those you love, strangers, or planet Earth, put your hand on your heart and affirm, every day, in every way, the light of love illumines my path, awakening me to the realization that all things are possible. I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge. And if I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing.
Sure you can see yourself. One thing, and then the trigger. Round thing.
It worked earlier.
Push that, and then that.
I light this candle for power. Every person, regardless of one's degree of awareness, carries an innate source of light, God consciousness, divine essence, soul, spirit, Christ consciousness, or any other name we might choose to give it. It is ever present and simply waiting for us. It is the infinite energy source if we choose to connect, which empowers us to accomplish all we desire. Whether we face a challenge that seems like a mountain to move, or have that dream that we always wanted to complete, simply remember that power simply awaits for us to direct it through our meditation, thoughts, affirmations, and decrees. Every master and spiritual teacher came to show us this power exists in every one of us and how we can use this to create anything in our lives that we choose. Jesus stated in John 14:12, "He who believes the works that I do, he will do also, and greater works than these he will do." Marianne Williamson writes, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. Let's allow this year to be one where we live our life big and mighty. Let's pause and affirm, I am a powerful spiritual being. I fully use my power to create miracles every day for myself and for others."
Hello, spiritual family. Today I have the power of imagination. And I like this blue candle. And I like to think of blue as the sky. It's the sky blue is what we use for imagination. And when you look up at the sky and you see all blue, it's limitless, right? And that limitedness is just what our imagination is also. It can go on and on. It is said that unity is a practical Christianity, and using these powers helps me with that practical Christianity. Here in the center of your forehead is where visioning happens, and we can vision what we want to see happen. Imagination is so exciting for me because it brings hope. I go within and I see hope. I see what it is. And let me ask you, what do you imagine for yourself in the coming year? We're at the start of 2021. We can imagine hope and love in our lives. You can follow me with this affirmation. I'll say a few words if you want to repeat. Every day, in every way, the light of imagination illumines my path. Infinite possibilities are eternally present. They're molded and shaped by my imagination. Thank you.
And now again, feel free to sing with me on Imagine. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. The unity of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You could say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I know someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Good morning. I'm Mary Rowe, and I'm lighting the candle of understanding. The faculty of understanding is comprehending life's circumstances from the knowledge of our divine nature, not just from the facts we collect. From the kingdom of heaven to unfold, we need to be able to stretch, to see with new eyes, taking in all that is happening, not only with our five senses, but with our hearts and minds too. When we harness that understanding, we act from a place of wisdom and compassion, allowing us to engage challenges with clarity and ease because we are acting from what we are, divine. And an affirmation, we affirm today, every day, in every way, the light of understanding illumines my path. I live my life from my divinity with clarity and meaning. And from James 3:13, who is wise and understanding among you? Show by your good life that your works are done with gentleness born in wisdom. I also am doing the power of will. And the candle is silver. The power of will may be one of the most misunderstood of the 12 powers. It is not about having power over something or someone, not about control or influence. It's the opposite. Simply put, our spiritual will is our chooser. It moves us into the right action with great clarity and peace. Will directs us to our well-being and supports us as we take our next right actions in any given situation, even if the decision we have made and actions we have taken seem outside the norm for us. The power of will is not about being diminished or controlled. Rather, it is our capacity to choose righteously with right use, to follow the way of life. The power of spiritual will engages latitude of thought, tempered always with love. Affirmation: every day, in every way, the light of will illumines my path. I choose life. I say yes with clarity and love. From Matthew 7:14. For the gate is narrow and the road is hard that leads to life, and there are few who find it. Thank you. Lance?
Hey, good morning, Flock. This is Lance checking in with you. Happy New Year to everybody. My task for today is to read The Power of Order, and I'm afraid I don't know what color my candle's supposed to be, so sorry about that. But I do know that it's full. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh no.
We hear you even though we can't see you, Lance.
Okay, I don't know what happened. Anyways, order is not a stagnant power. It is our ability to organize our thoughts and actions, as well as to dynamically change that order as conditions around us evolve. Divine mind, the one mind, is the spiritual power of order because it is the organizing principle imbued in all life. We may want to think divine order is something outside ourselves, a plan or a strategy, yet it is our capacity to be centered with the one divine idea, God. When we do this, life flows, and our world is brought forth in a harmonious and balanced way. Aligning with the universal law of life allows us to organize divine ideas and create life from spiritual principles, rather than getting lost in experiences that are confusing or messy. When we harness the power of divine order, we recognize the growth and evolution that is always occurring and are able to float with the current, gracefully moving forward in life. So let's focus on the power of order, affirming every day in every way. The light of order illumines my path. I am grateful for my ability to evolve gracefully. For as it says in the book of Mark, chapter 4, verse 28, the earth produces of itself first the stalk, then the head, then the full grain in the head. Thank you much.
And that brings you back to me. I got to do zeal today. And I am starting with higher place. Some of you are, if you can remember me doing this in the sanctuary, I actually jump on the up, up, ups. So as Glenda and I were talking about zeal, this came to mind because it brings out the passion for music and for love, for wonder and for presence in me. Up, up, up to a higher place. Up, 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 far beyond this time and space. Up, up, up to a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. Higher place, higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. No more forward. more backward, no more spinning around and around. My life is moving ever upward. My feet are leaving the ground. Up, up, up to a higher place. Up, 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 far beyond this time and space. Up, up, up to a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. Higher place, higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. No more downward, no more darkness, no more wondering the point of it all. My life is destined, oh, for greatness. My soul has answered the call. Up, up, up to a higher place. Up, 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 far beyond this time and place. Up, up, up to a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. Higher place, higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. Higher place, higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. Yay. Thank you. Okay, so I'm lighting the candle for zeal, and that candle is orange. Whoops. Ooh, there went my guitar. Not so good. The zeal energy is just bouncing all over the place because I wasn't bouncing. There we go. Zeal is the fierce expression of spirit. It is a fiery passion for life, the boldness of living with purpose. Spiritual zeal is demonstrated by our capacity to dive into our day, knowing full well what is rightly ours to accomplish. It may seem overpowering for some, but fear not. It simply means we are expressing our devotion for making manifest any number of divine ideas. Zeal is awakening the fires that burn behind our words of truth, or when we respond to each other's needs. These fires motivate us into action, action that is no different than the winds and tides that move the universe. Zeal is the quintessential force for good, urging us always to spring forward to accomplish what seems like miracles. As you pause in silent reflection, remember, zeal empowers you to express as the glory of all creation, and to affirm with me, every day, in every way, the light of zeal illumines my path. Passionate and awakened, I am a vital force of spirit. Do not lag in zeal, be ardent in spirit. Romans 12, verse 11.
And Julie, it's your turn to light the candle of release. Julie, unmute yourself so we can hear what you have to say.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. The power of elimination. I release. Through the power of release, we let go of limiting beliefs. We remember our inherent goodness and divine identity and we are unstoppable. In the quiet of our spiritual practice, we tune into thoughts, things, feelings, and beliefs that need our attention so we can discern what is truly an expression of truth. The rest can be released so we can birth the fullness of our most noble selves, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Release is a cleansing practice to free us from burdens we have carried for far too long, making our bodies weary and our minds troubled. Our lives and the lives of those around us are free, lighter, and more meaningful because we release what does not serve our greater good. Every day, in every way, the light of release illumines my path. Letting go of limiting beliefs, I live life more abundantly. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit take my life. I am free in the Spirit, and I'm only here for God.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Hello, family. I am lighting a red candle, which represents life. In the past year, 2020, I think many of us have thought about life, the changes to our everyday life, but the value of life and the blessings that come from living, using all these 12 powers, having a relationship with our higher power. It's so exciting to be alive. I'd like to invite you to just take a breath in, then breathe out. That is the power of life. Your very breath is the power of life. What a gift we've been given. And we can think about how we want to use this life this year. I'm going to say an affirmation for us. Every day, in every way, the light of life illuminates my path. I am the power of God. The I am is in my very life. I am the living light of the Christ. Thank you.
So I just have to say that I am so delighted to see so many people on this call today, to see your faces, to have a chance to chat before, and just to be together in this way. I know it's different. I know it's not the same as being in the sanctuary, and how beautiful it is that we can still be connected. Today, we have unwrapped our innate potential, the magnificence of our 12 powers. The season of giving doesn't have to end on December 31st. We can decide right here, right now, to give ourselves to the world for healing transformation. As we express these inborn powers in our lives, others will see how magnificent, glorious, and spirit-filled life really can be. As we move into the new year, I challenge each of us to live into our potential, to see that this is a great opportunity right now, right here on this planet, like no other, to be transformed, to transform humanity, to transform the earth, to transform ourselves, and to step in to the magnificence that we are. Take a deep breath in with me. And exhale, and just take a moment and breathe in to that light that you are. You are like a diamond with the many facets of the one power and the one presence expressing as you. Love, imagination, power, wisdom, understanding, zeal, elimination, faith, life, order, judgment, strength, will. All of these many facets shine through you into the world. You are light. And you shine whether you know it or not. Imagine how magnificent it is to shine consciously. And so it is. So before we close, I have a couple of announcements. Next Sunday is our white stone ceremony. And so come with a rock if you don't have a white stone. If you need a white stone and you let me know, I will leave one outside the church office for you. I'm going to set a little basket of white stones that we would normally get when we walk into the sanctuary. Monday afternoon, I'm going to set a little bucket of white stones on the office doorstep. And if you want a white stone, because no other stone will do, you can stop by the church and pick up your white stone. So you're going to need a rock and you're going to need a marker that you can write on your rock with to participate in our white stone ceremony. On Metaphysical Mondays, we were doing a metaphysical Christmas, and people really enjoyed this whole idea of metaphysical interpretation of the Bible and of events in the Bible. And so we are going to continue that class for as long as we want to. Whenever we get tired of going, we'll stop. I love teaching metaphysics. It's what I do when I go to Florida and when I go to Texas. I love teaching metaphysical interpretation. So Mondays at 7 o'clock on Zoom, you can join me to learn more about metaphysical interpretation. Tuesdays is, I called it a spiritual roundtable. It's not exactly that, but it's a spiritual book study led by Susan Heine and a spiritual discussion sometimes. On Tuesdays at 1 o'clock, they're starting a new book. She's holding it up right now. Celebrate Yourself by Eric Butterworth, one of my favorites. So join her by Zoom at 1 o'clock. Also, Tuesday evenings at 6:30, we're doing a 4-week class. I have a friend named Carla who is an Ayurvedic practitioner. And so she's going to be teaching us the beginning, like a beginner's course in Ayurvedic medicine, which is all about being in tune with your body and the energies in your body and eating in a balanced way and just things that can help you be healthy. If nothing else, this past year has really impressed upon me how precious life is and that I need to do everything within my power to take care of it. So the class is 4 Tuesdays and it is $40 and it begins this Tuesday at 6:30. There is a Zoom option or an on-site option. So about 8 to 10 of us can actually meet in the sanctuary. So if you are craving contact with everybody, you can certainly come and be a part of that. Or you can contact me and I will let Carla know that you want the Zoom link. And January 24th at 12 o'clock, 12 to 1:30 is Discover Your 12 Powers with Susan Heine. Yay. So she's going to dive deeper into the work that we started this morning. So if you want to learn more about these 12 powers and how to activate them in your life and use them for your own spiritual growth, please join her for that class. Wednesdays, we have meditation. Susan and I take turns doing meditation every Wednesday night. So we invite you to join us for meditation on via Zoom for right now until we decide to come back into the building. Take a deep breath. That was a lot of information. I want you to know that our center is very blessed by your generosity and by your financial contributions. Many of you have been very faithful givers during this pandemic and have managed to get money to us, whether it was by mail or it was online. You've done a great job of tithing, and I'm going to ask you to keep that up as we move into the new year and new possibilities for us. So please put your hand on your heart as we bless our gifts. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am joy-filled and grateful. And now, hands in namaste. If you want to hang around for a couple of minutes, I'm not in any big hurry to come back to the cold and snow. So I will stay online. Here we go. I had to think about how to even start. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is. I am divine. Amen. And now Kat's going to lead us in our closing song. And like I said, please feel free to hang out and chat with one another after she finishes singing.
And sing with me on More Than Enough. There is more than enough in a universe that you created. There is more than enough on a planet of sacred design. There is more than enough for humanity made in your image. Why would I worry? Why would I doubt? Why would I ever think I'd go without? Why would I worry? Why would I doubt? Why would I ever think I'd go without? Your infinite love made me, made everything I see. And all that will ever be is your infinite love. The world over through whatever we choose to do. Infinite love will prove more than enough. More than enough. More than enough.
Yay! Feel free to unmute yourselves and say hello. Jan and Bill, it's good to see you. And Bill Hackett.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Bill.
Happy
Bill.
New Year.
How are you doing, Bill?
Hello.
Hi.
Oh,
Hi. Hello. Hello.
how did your
Mr.
surgery
Hackett,
go,
how are
Bill?
you recuperating?
You know, I'm making real progress. This week, I've been better every day. And so after, having a little blip where I had to go back in, we've made some progress still on the pain meds and still, but walking. And my caregiver, she's been beyond patient. And, she's been beyond patient. So thank you for their kind words. And it was a really great ceremony today. Thank you.
Thank
You're welcome.
You.
Bye, everyone.
See you,
Bye,
Marge.
Hi,
Marge.
Margie.
Love
Bye,
you,
Marge.
Marge.
Bye, Susan.
Love y'all.
Hey,
Love
did,
you.
Bye.
Tell them, make me some coffee right quick.
did the case of the Kroger money orders get solved?
It did not. I should announce that right now. So we have a mysterious donor. If you guys can think of anyone that it might be, please ask them. We received 2 Western Union checks as a tithe to Unity. So they were written at a Kroger's because it says on there they came from a Kroger's,
I
but they
thought
were
that said
unsigned.
Scott.
Yeah, Scott's. Isn't that
Scott.
Kroger's? Yeah.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
said Scott's. So one of the old Kroger. So it's one of the old Krogers,
That's
right?
right.
That means it's one of the old ones.
right.
One of the old Krogers. So it came from Scott's, Western Union, and it was not signed. There were 2 checks and they were not signed. So therefore we've been unable to deposit them.
Wow.
So it sounds like a great gesture, very kind,
Mm.
but we can't use the money
No.
yet. Let's all imagine the person getting in contact with one.
Yeah.
Getting in